The thing is, nobody believes that I can speak Chinese. Not even my own father, right? It's like we go out to eat together all the time. We go to restaurants as a family, okay? We have a nice dinner. My dad's always like, hey, Joe, why don't you go ahead and order something from the waitress? And I'm like, Dad, I think that's a terrible idea. He goes, do it anyway. When the waitress comes by, why don't you get us some dumplings? And I'm like, all right, here we go. So, a waitress comes by and I go, 服务员, 你好, 我们要一笼饺子. And the waitress looks me dead in the eyes and she goes, get the f*** out of here right now. So we're walking to the parking lot. My dad goes, see, Joe, you can't speak Chinese after all. And I go, Dad, you realize we're banned for life from that Vietnamese place, right?
I recently found out what my grandfather's favorite game of all time is. I always thought it was the poker. I thought it was poker. And so he was like, Cam, let's play my favorite game. So I was like, all right, I'll go get the cards. He goes, no. My favorite game. I was like, first of all, why'd you say it like that? I was like, that was real ominous, okay? I didn't like that. And he goes, I want to play my favorite game. Turns out my grandfather's favorite game of all time is called Why I Hate Your Generation. Yeah. Some of you know the game. He's amazing. He's undefeated. He's never lost. He's great. He brings up good points. I can't even lie. There's good points. He's like, Cam, you young guys, you just don't get it. You don't understand what it was like. Back in my day, we used to be able to go down to the record store and get a record for a nickel. I was like, wow. You guys used to pay for your music? I was like, that's crazy, Pop. I don't know how y'all made it out.
I'm not old, by the way, okay?
Huh?
I'm not old!
You're not old, your voice sounds old as fuck. You sound like you've been eating Werther's for fucking 60 years. Team play bingo, no problem. I'm not old!
Michael, how old are you?
Huh?
How old are you?
Fucking old enough to, I don't know. I got 3 more minutes, leave me alone. That's an old ass fucking question. That's a fucking grandma question.
How old are you now, Billy?
Just talking to a fucking ficus.
How old are you?
Yo, we are definitely gonna fuck after the show.
Guys my age, not that careful. I don't know if any of you have tried to get a 20-something dude from a dating app to wear a condom lately, but it's sort of like trying to convince a 5-year-old to put a jacket on over his Halloween costume. It's like, no, you're gonna ruin it. You can't even see it.
On the trip, she just disappeared in the bathroom, and then she poked her head out. She was like, "Hey, baby, you want to come take a shower?" And I was like, "Hell yeah, I want to come take a shower. This is gonna be awesome." And then we just took a shower, like we're 2 athletes on a sports team, just cleaning up after practice. I don't know if it's called a shower for me, to be honest. It's more just me standing in the back as she took a shower. That's what it is. Every time men and women shower together, she's in the front just having like a Pantene Pro V commercial. Just reenacting that herbal essences from 1999. Just like, oh my God, he wants to be so bad in this hot, hot water. Meanwhile, the guy's in the back just shivering cold, freezing. His lips are turning blue. He's got frostbite on the tip of his dick. He splashed water in his face, makes it worse because now you know what warmth is again. Here's what I do whenever I'm in that situation. When my girlfriend's not looking, I'll just pee on her back a little bit.
I make most of my money modeling for stock photos. Like I did one last year where they dressed me in a suit and took a bunch of generic pictures of me just like pointing, shrugging, picking up boxes. Got paid $500, a pretty good gig for me. But a lot of my friends have been texting me that they've seen my stock photos in their new office seminars on sexual harassment. So now I'm saying terrible things like, hey, female coworker, want equal pay?
I'm actually not a millennial. I'm in the generation below. They call us Generation Z. The way that they define my generation, by the way, is by saying that we're the first ones to not remember 9/11. That's how they define us. And here's the thing, I don't remember the event, I do remember the day, because on 9/11, I was in kindergarten and my friend Bradley shit his pants. And so they send Bradley home, and then 2 hours later, they sent everybody home. And my first thought was, how bad did Bradley shit his pants?
I love that you guys think that we have no idea that some women are batshit crazy. We know, okay? We know way more shit than you know. We see the text messages she didn't send to you. We know. We see the ones that are too crazy to even get to your phone. Because we're the ones that put a stop to that shit. We're the ones like, no, you're not gonna kidnap his mom. Delete it. Give me the phone. Just give me the phone. Give it.
Women are so interesting when they break up with a guy because they have to sugarcoat it because they don't want to hurt anybody's feelings, you know? So it always comes out like, listen, like, I think you're awesome, but let's be friends. But I think you're awesome. I think a doctor should give you bad news the same way. Like, listen, like, I think you're healthy. To me, you're in perfect condition. But this paper says you have tapeworms. I don't think you have tapeworms. But this test, which is 100% accurate, says you.
I see a lot of people out here in the streets, they want to come up to me, but they're not really sure. There's a lot of debate amongst their friends. They're like, hey man, are you sure that's him? If we go up there, we gotta be sure, because if we go up there and it's not him, we're gonna look super racist. Are you sure that's not Ken Jeong? I don't know, looks kind of like Ali Wong, I don't know.
Things a teacher can say in the classroom and the bedroom.
Can you keep it down? Johnny, wait outside till I'm finished.
Fuck, is this period still going?
It's wet, so you're eating inside.
Do that again and I'll tell your mother. Alright, so we have a special guest today. Who knows Ken, the groundskeeper? Well, mistakes wouldn't happen if you used a rubber.
Things a dentist can say, but a gynecologist cannot.
I can see what you had for breakfast. Yeah, just stick a toothbrush in there twice a day. What you want to do is go in small circular motions. Just lightly, that's the most efficient way to do it. Oh, it's just a drill, don't worry. Nice moustache. Yeah, it's better when it's white and not yellow. Open wide. Just going to put a little bit of Vaseline around your lips there, just so you don't get dry while we've got you open. Wow, yours is better than your sister's.
Whole milk, which is 100%, is the whole, right? I was saying this one night, a woman comes up to me after, she overheard me through a microphone, and she was like, Sammy, I'm gonna ruin your night, but whole milk is actually not 100% milk, it's 3% milk. I was like, you didn't ruin my night at all, because we're gonna crunch these numbers right now. Anybody have a calculator handy? Okay, thank you, okay. All we're gonna do to find the percentage of fat in whole milk is take the amount of fat in whole milk and divide it by the amount of fat in 1% milk. That would give us the ratio to 1. You guys following? Doesn't matter if you can't, you don't have a lot of time. I looked at the average glass of whole milk, 8.011 grams of fat. Divided by the amount of fat in 1%, the average glass has 2.55. Don't freak out when you see it. This is what Big Dairy doesn't want you to know. This is the percentage of fat in whole milk. Read the numbers as you see them.
3.1415.
3.1415. Whole milk is pie milk! Ah! Ah! Whoa! Yeah! I busted a nut when I saw that. You got it. Whole milk is pie milk. That's why it tastes so damn good with pie.
What's the dumbest question that you've gotten at Target? Hold on a second. Do I work here? Is that somebody? I'm imagining something like just somebody coming up to you, like, "Excuse me, do I work here? I don't have a red shirt, but do I work here?" And then what happens in that conversation after somebody comes up and they go, "Excuse me, do you work here?" Person in red shirt that says Target. You looked down at your name tag? You passive aggressive bitch. Excuse me, do you work here? Like your fucking lips purse up? They have to. There's no way. You can't not purse your lips when you can't be like,
You know what I hate about Asian parents? They're so honest. Like, they have no filter. They have no editing system. Whatever they think, they say. This is my dad. Good morning, Dad. You look ugly today. You look horrible. Don't go outside. You are ugly. You made me, motherfucker. When I was in high school, I used to bring girls into my house, right? I would introduce them to my dad. My dad would tell them stories about me, like secrets. Like dark shit. Hey, Dad, this is Stephanie. When Bobby was a little kid, he ate the dog poop in the front lawn. I said, hey, don't eat that. He said, I only had the one piece. Nice to meet you, you know. He still does it today. Hey, Dad, this is Cindy. When we lived in Minnesota, Bobby was molested by a retarded guy. I said, how did he get molested by a retard? I don't know.
No, I am a white guy. My girlfriend's Mexican. I'm actually the first white guy she's ever dated, so sometimes there'll be small cultural differences between us, and whenever one happens, she always notes it by going, oh my God, white guys are so weird. And I agree with her that white guys are weird, but here's the thing. The stuff I'm doing isn't particular to white people. It's just particular to me. But I don't want her to know that. She's dating a total weirdo. So I just let her blame the whole race of people. So then she goes, oh my God, white guys are so weird. I go, I know. Every white guy pees sitting down, we do. We can't help it, it's in our DNA. That's why we separate men and women. We don't want the women to know that, okay?
Has Amazon ever been late delivering you a package? They act like the world is going to explode. If they're 10 minutes outside the delivery window, they hit you up like, we're so sorry, here's a gift card for $3 million. Any other company is like a week late, and if you call them, they're like, just relax. We'll deliver it when we deliver it, okay? You get your package when you get your package.
He goes, no, you not girl, you boy. And I'm like, Mom, boy, girl. And she goes, no, you boy, you lucky, because boy is good and girl is bad. And I go, why? And she goes, I don't know. This is going on for like 45 minutes. Born, boy, break. You're just yelling at each other. And then eventually I get through to her a little bit and she goes, okay, I understand, but to me, I still see you as boy. And I go, okay, Mom, you see me as boy. I sad. I kill myself. And she goes, oh, you girl. I'm like, yes, Mom. I'm girl.
I play this game with my friends where whenever one of us gets a spam call, you don't hang up on them. You see, how fast can you make them hang up on you? Oh, I would love to take a survey. Let me get on the toilet real quick. Well, tie him up. Don't let him get away. Hello? You're from AT&T, huh? Well, what are you wearing?
I look like a fuckboy, and everyone has been thinking that the whole time that I've been up here. This is so shitty. Like, just because of my dumbass bone structure, people immediately so judgmental. Just off the bat, you look like the kind of guy who would like fuck a girl and not call her the next day. Like that's so not the case, okay? I'm such an emotional bitch, you have no idea, okay? Like, I really feel like I'm Noah from The Notebook, but like my beard comes in patchy, you know what I mean? Like, I'm built for this, too emotional. Like, yeah, I might fuck you and not call you the next day, because I'm busy planning our wedding, alright? Do you understand? You understand how much work goes into our day, bitch? It's not just about you. You even know where to get doves? They're not on Amazon Prime. They're not. Look.
I used to make fun of millennials. I used to do that until I did a Google search. And I realized I am one. Now I don't think they're that bad. That's exactly who I am right there. I'm a total hypocrite. I will make fun of a group of people till I realize I am that group of people, and then I go, come on, you guys. They're all right. If I did have to pick on millennials, I think our big issue is we're too self-aware. We know exactly what's wrong with us and why, and I don't know if that's healthy. Because nobody seems to be getting better. They just know what's wrong with them. You know, everyone's like, I have anxiety. And it's like, oh, what are you doing about that? Nothing, I'm telling you, so you work around it.
You're both pastors. First off, you're bad pastors because you're here. Bad pastors. Also, you're both too attractive to be pastors. I'm telling you, are you youth group pastors? Youth group? You're gonna get in trouble. You are like gonna get in so much trouble someday. Are you youth group or you're adults? We're worship music. Okay, you might be okay, but you are distracting to be in a worship band. Like, no, don't say thanks. Just quit. Just quit right now. I'm sorry, we had a hot worship band too when I was a church person, and it was not okay. When like the lights got dim and they were like, just think about Jesus, and you're like, I'm fucking trying. Like, can you please talk louder? Open.
I looked at my wife. I said, what if that's me, baby? What if that's me? What if you found out I got millions and millions and millions of dollars, but it's drug money, it's illegal money? Would you call the cops? Would you want to leave me? My wife said, motherfucker, I'm from Oakland. I facilitate the deal. I got emotional. That's the only time I called my wife a bitch in my whole life. I was like, you my ride or die bitch. Shit, I never heard a woman say facilitate before. That turned me the fuck on, facilitate. How do you spell that word? Is that an S or a C, facilitate? Shit, every time I'm having sex with my wife and I hit it from the back, that's the only thing I say. Say motherfucker facilitate. Say motherfucker facilitate.
You better facilitate this pussy. You better facilitate this pussy.
I'm about to facilitate that pussy. F-A, facilitate that pussy.
My wife and I are talking about having kids in the next couple years. And like my biggest worry is like, what if you have a son? How do you raise a son to not be a monster? You guys have seen the news. I just want to figure out how to raise a dope feminist son. That's what I want to do. Like one thing I think it's really important to teach your kids about consent. What I'm going to tell my son though is I'm going to say, just so you know, consent is important, but it's really more of a bare minimum. What you're really looking for is participation. That's... Like, no one wants to have sex with a carnival ride operator. It's like, you may board now. Enjoy your time in the tunnel. The entrance is further down than you're expecting. Like, no, you want to be like, would you like to have sex? And she's like, you better shut up and f me before these flight attendants notice we're out of our seats. That is consent. That's what you're looking for. And then my son would be like, wait, but if she's with you in the airplane bathroom, how is she going to land the plane? Oh, he assumed the pilot was a woman? Yeah, he's my dope feminist son.
When you order at a Starbucks, don't give them your real name. Remember, they have to yell out whatever name you give them. So I order, and then I just stand in the back and wait for the guy to go, Grande Americano for surprise?
What's great about having friends from other countries, their English will be good, but then there'll be turns or phrases they don't understand. Yeah, so he walked into the break room one time, and I said to Christoph, I go, well, look what the cat dragged in. And then Christoph proceeded to look around the room. And I go, there is no cat here. What is the meaning of this? And I explained to him, it's a funny American expression for look who it is. And he goes, it is not funny. But then Christoph made it all the better when a week and a half later, he was in the break room, I walked in, and ever so proudly, this 6'8" or 6'9" German looked at me and he goes, well. Look who's dragging in a dead cat.
And she just dated you as a distraction. So now I just think it's like fair game. And you're like, Pete, this isn't fair. You're like, you're airing out dirty laundry. How could you do that? Where did she say this stuff? To her friends? In the confidence of her own home? No, she said it on the cover of Vogue magazine. Can you imagine if I did that? Can you imagine if I did that? My career would be over tomorrow. If I spray painted myself brown and hopped on the cover of Vogue magazine and just started shitting on my ex, can you imagine?
Things you can say in church and the bedroom. On your knees.
Who's that dead guy hanging over there? I'm not fucking giving you money. John 69. Looks like it's that time of the month that Mary's bleeding again.
Hey, don't worry, I was about your age for my first time.
This is what he asked me most recently. He goes, Cam, we're friends, right? I was like, of course we're friends. He goes, would you take a bullet for me? I was like, from a gun? Are there bullets I'm unaware of? First of all, you're overly confident in my ability to take a bullet. I'm built like drywall. Whoever's behind me is still gonna die. I'm not taking anything. Like shooting a ghost. Do you know how mad I'd be if I tried to be a good person and take a bullet for somebody and be like, I'm a hero, and they still died? I'd be like, I'm a good person. Did you still die? I could have just not got shot. Could have just grieved you. I don't even got health insurance like that. This is stupid. Now I'm in debt and my pancreas is gone. This is dumb.
Now he's holding my license and he goes, Michael, can you confirm the month and date of your birth? I go, yeah, sure, it's December 10th. And he goes, December 10th? And you know when a police officer says the thing that you just said back to you and you just lose all confidence in your answers? That's what happened to me. I was like, I don't know, could be July 19th. Who knows? I thought that was my birthday, but I've never been sure of anything less. So, would love to change it to whatever you think the answer is, sir. Can I call a friend? I don't know. I'm panicking. And he's like, well, I'm asking you this because you have a failure to appear in court for another speeding ticket you got. So why don't you tell us about that? And I was like, oh, I don't know. It's the first time I'm hearing about it. He goes, really? Really? You know nothing about that? Really? And I go, no, I swear to God. He's like, you're telling me that the fucking computer is lying to me? Like, he starts screaming at me. I turn into Kermit the Frog. I'm like, ah! My arms are shaking. I'm wiggling. I don't know what I'm doing.
You ever notice that when you hate someone, everything they do just pisses you off? Look at that bitch eating chicken. Why you eating chicken, bitch?
I wasn't mad that she thought I was underage, but I was upset that she thought an underage person would be buying wine. In what world do you live in, Karen? Where some 17-year-old dude is showing up to this house party like, y'all not gonna believe this. I got Pinot Grigio! Yeah. Pew, 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 pew. Got that Grigio. Hand me the beer bong. I'm gonna funnel this Moscato. Yeah. Let's do shots of Chardonnay. Let's start a book club. One dude's like, let's read The Secret. Nah, Chad, you gotta go. How'd you get the address to this party? You and your flute gotta leave.
I found out at 26 that I was in the special needs class in middle school. Not good. Not good at all. Because we were talking, she's like, Joe, what'd you do for foreign language in school? And I was like, well, in high school I took language, but before that I didn't. And she's like, okay, what'd you take instead? I was like, well, I took the focus class. And she's like, okay, well, what's the focus class? I was like, well, the focus class is where we learn to pay better attention and be better students. And she was like, okay, well, how many people took that class? And I was like, 4. And she's like, how many people taught the class? And I was like, 4.
I want to date a black woman. That's a life goal for me. I do want to do that. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, I love black women so much, man. The only problem is I'm technically not allowed to date black women until my grandpa dies. So, yeah. Just waiting on that. Yeah. He's 96, so he's only got like 4 weeks left. Like, it's gonna happen. It's gonna happen. By the time your next water bill comes in, ma'am, just give me a call.